Hi everyone, and this is Mr. Steenkamp, and welcome to the first of a series of videos that we're going to be publishing to help ease us into our online learning. This first one is going to be one of a series for Google Classroom, and in this video we're going to be focusing on signing in and the basics on how to view and complete assignments. The website to go to for Google Classroom is classroom.google.com. If at any point you forget that, you can simply Google for Google Classroom and find the link right here for classroom.google.com. So we're going to go there. It's going to ask you to sign in. You have accounts made. They were sent out in an earlier email. Please, when you're doing your schoolwork on any platform, whether it's Google Classroom or Zoom or anything else, please make sure that you are using that Trinity provided email address. Again, it follows it's the first two digits are the year that your child is slated to graduate 8th grade, then their full last name, their first initial at trinitylistudents.org. I made myself a fictitious one right here, so I have the year I graduated 8th grade, my last name, first initial at trinitylistudents.org. If this is the first time that you're signing in with that account, you will be prompted. There will be another series of prompts directing you to create your own password. Feel free to make it anything you'd like. We cannot view those, but we can reset them if you forget them at any point. Once you have signed in, it's going to bring you to your Google Classroom home screen. On this screen, you can see a couple of different things. I have one class here. You're going to have a few. Every teacher that your student has is creating a Google Classroom and automatically enrolling them in it. You're going to see a button down here on the bottom right-hand side of each one of these for the first time, asking you to join the class. Make sure that you do that. Before you get here, I forgot, backtracking one moment, you probably got a screen asking you with a bunch of fine print to accept, and also if you are a student or a teacher, please make sure that you selected student. Up here on the top left, you have your three lines. This brings up this little menu, and at any point you can click on that, click on classes, it will bring you back to this home screen, or you can click on it and then there will be a list of classes over here that you are enrolled in. On each class, you can get a little snapshot of what is upcoming and when it is due. This assignment that we're going to be looking at today, I scheduled to be due at 8 a.m. this upcoming Thursday. You can click right on it. It brings you right to that assignment, but we're going to click on the general icon and bring us to this class's home screen. So this first one we're looking at is the stream page. There's also classwork and people. We're going to be focusing on stream and classwork. People just shows you who else is enrolled in the class, and you can email them from within the app if you have to ask a question or anything like that. The stream provides you a couple of basic things. The first one is a list of all the assignments here and when they were posted, and also any other announcements, because there are going to be other announcements that get posted here other than just assignments. For instance, this one here about a Zoom video conference meeting that has been scheduled. We're not going to be talking about that one just yet. That's going to be in a later video. Also on the left here, you have your upcoming assignments again. You can click right on that and it brings you right to it. However, let's click on the classwork tab, and underneath the classwork tab, this is where you're going to find all of your classwork. Teachers should be sorting it into topic sections. This one's going to fall on the classroom how-tos. And we can click right on this first assignment here. This brings up a snapshot of the assignment. And then when I click on View Assignment, it brings me to the page where I can start doing my work. So it asks for a couple of things. Asks me to please watch the video and then answer the questions provided in the Google document. And the Google document is over here. Sometimes it pops up over here. It depends on how it's feeling or what updates, because Google is constantly changing things. I have no doubt they're going to be constantly updating this as their usage numbers skyrocket. So I would click on this, would open up a new tab, bring me right to the YouTube video. This one's all about reptiles down in Australia with a guy named Kenan. I love reptiles. This is one of the channels I watch on a regular basis. He lives in Florida, but he happened to grow up on Long Island, and he talks about all the places he went when he was a kid, and I'm sure many of us would remember them too. So over here, I'm watch the video. I'm going to click on my Google Doc, and it's going to open up a new tab. Google Docs, you can edit just like you would a Microsoft Word document or any other text word processing document. All right, if there were questions here, I would answer them below. And there's also spell check, just like in Microsoft Word. So once I've answered, I've completed my document, I'm ready to turn it in, I've completed my work, right? So I do not have to go back to Classroom to do that. Right over here on the top right, you're going to see a gray button that says Turn In. I can click right on that. It's going to bring me back to Classroom. It's going to pop up a prompt, making sure that, yes, I am confirming I want to turn this in. So I'm going to say, yes, I am done. I'm going to turn it in. And that is done. Now, let's say, oh my gosh, I forgot to answer one of the questions. I can go back, hit the unsubmit button, take it back, and resubmit it. But beware, if there is a due date time and you submit it before the due date, if you go back, you can unsubmit it after the due date, but then the teacher does see that as being handed in late. So make sure that you really check your work before you submit it. That is the main way that assignments are going to be given. The other way is dealing with PDFs, and we're going to talk about that in a later video using a program called DocHub to edit directly onto the PDF and send it right back into our Google Classroom so that we can submit our work. But this ends our first video on your Google Classroom how-tos. We covered how to access Google Classroom and how to look at and complete a sample assignment. Again, if you have any questions at any point or anything is not working, feel free to email me. I'm happy to help you in any way I can. Thank you and stay well.